Hey guys, it's Sid here, your spiritual muse, Crystals of Quartz on Instagram. And I'm here today to talk to you about my favorite thing, the moon. So on September 2nd, 2020, at about 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to find ourselves with a full moon in Pisces. This is a very mystical moon. So it's a great time to get in touch with your inner mystic. By the way, as I said that, my cat is tapping her water bowl. So Pisces is a water sign. It's very nostalgic. It's very dreamy. So you may want to ask yourself things like, have I been a little too dreamy? Have I been a little bit out of touch with reality? Have I been paying attention to what's going on around me, right? Am I lost in my emotions, or am I paying attention to my surroundings? Have I been a little too sensitive? Perhaps. I know I'm guilty of that occasionally. Can tend to be a very sensitive person. Are you allowing others to influence you? Are you? Are you meditating daily? If you're not, you should start now, right? It's a wonderful habit to take up. If you miss it one day, that's okay. But the more you can meditate, the more you will be in touch with your intuition. And that is something that is so important. And that's a major theme that's coming up with this particular full moon, right? Because it's a full moon in Pisces. It's about a balance between your inner peace and your desires. So dealing with your feelings, but also manifesting things in life, right? Full moons are always a great time to focus on releasing. So maybe release anything that's kind of taking you away from your day-to-day life and stopping you from enjoying being in the moment. And meditation can really help with that. It can help to kind of soothe our emotions and help us to live in the present tense. So a really great time to pick up a meditation practice. Now, I have no affiliation with this whatsoever, but I've been using something called the Insight Timer app for years, and it has changed my meditation game. If you're not the type of person that has an easy time quieting your mind, they have a lot of guided meditations that can be really helpful. I'd like to do some more guided meditations here on this YouTube channel, but if you scroll way back, you'll actually find some of my guided meditations on here. And if you guys want me to do more guided meditations, please let me know. I've been told my voice is pretty soothing, so I'd be happy to do more if you guys ask for it. I could even do them on Instagram, wherever. Now, let's talk a little bit about the aspects that are coming up with this full moon. So in addition to the full moon, right, we have sometimes other aspects, which I like to go into. Now, we're going to find ourselves with a sextile to Uranus, which is all about personal freedom. It's going to lower our inhibitions a little bit. It's going to make us maybe do things we wouldn't normally do. And it's going to make us open to change in a way that we might not normally be. So this can be a super positive influence, or, we could make some silly mistakes because we're not really thinking things through, right? So allow it to be positive for you. Allow yourself to open up to change, but be careful that you don't do anything that you might regret, right? And also pay attention for chance encounters, right? This might be a time when you'll be doing something spontaneous, which would mean you could run into someone new and make a new friend or potentially a new lover. Who knows? Mars square Saturn is another aspect we're going to be looking at, which could lead to frustrations about deep-seated issues. So if there's something that's been going on for a long time that you're frustrated about, that could really come to the surface at this time. Being that it's a full moon, it's a good time to release these things, right? Allowing ourselves to release what isn't working for us can help us to open doors for what will work for us. And then we also have Mars square Venus. So there's a lot of squares with Mars. So there's going to be a lot of action going on, maybe a lot of drama and tension. And this is going to be, since Venus is the planet of love, it could possibly damage our relationships if we're not being careful, right? If we're not watching ourselves and those lowered inhibitions, we could make some mistakes that could impact our personal relationships. It can also damage our financial standing if we're not being careful with our money at this time. So, it may be a time when we accidentally spend more than we mean to, or something along those lines. Maybe we sign a document maybe we shouldn't have. So read things twice before you do anything like that at this time around the full moon. Then finally, the last aspect I want to talk about is Mercury sextile to Venus. So this is going to be making it very important to communicate about what we need and what we value and what we love, right? Because Mercury is a planet of communication, Venus is the planet of love. It's important to communicate about the things that we need in our personal relationships and in our own lives. Maybe just communicating with yourself the things you need. Possibly it's recognizing that we need to release things that aren't working so that we can make space for things that do work, right? Things that we love. Maybe it's time to clean out your closet. Maybe it's time to declutter your house, work on your feng shui a little bit. It could be a positive time for that. And just really listening to your intuition on that, right? Because this is the mystical moon. This is a very awesome time to get in touch with your more mystical side. So really, maybe it'd be a good time to do a reading for yourself or to get a reading from someone, right? I know I am doing a ton of readings right now at this time around the full moon. People are really interested at this moment. You may wish to do one for yourself. You may wish to purchase a reading from someone you trust. So it can be a really awesome time to dive into that mystical aspect of life right now. So get a reading, give yourself a reading. Really pay attention to your own intuition. Do something spontaneous, but not something too rash or too dangerous. So I hope you enjoyed this reading for the Pisces full moon. If you're interested to know what house this full moon falls in for you, I'm doing some introductory rates at different types of chart readings. Right now I'm also doing vocational readings at a discounted rate. Now that ends tonight. So if you're catching this video when I first post it, you could still get one of those readings. If not, I would be happy to do a house reading for you on this full moon as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time, right? Let me know if you have any other suggestions for future videos. I'm happy to film them for you. I have a growing list of some recommendations that I'll get to as soon as I can. So, mwah! Love and light, guys. Take care, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful full moon and you release what no longer serves you. Don't forget, that's what it's all about. All right, later.